and welcome to another episode of the PowerToku Show DX. This is episode 4, the second episode 4, because the first one never aired. We recorded that a couple weeks ago, and we had some technical issues. It was an awesome show. Wish you guys would have seen it. Unfortunately, it's probably never going to see the light of day. But here we are doing the next episode, and I'm Luis, also known as SentaiSeiya. And with me is the Dragon Ranger to my Tyranno Ranger, Josh Reed.
What's
up,
up,
man?
guys?
Yeah.
How's everyone doing? And by everyone, I mean you, Lewis, and also Jack, who's behind me.
I think everybody's good. Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right, so do you want to jump into news?
Let's dive headfirst into Toy Talk.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, for all the monster lovers out there, we have the Godzilla 15-inch plush. This thing looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, pretty cute too. And this is based off the 90s Godzilla, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Although it is a plush, so it doesn't have the definition of, an actual detailed toy, but still looks pretty good.
Yeah, you could easily just put it on your shelf and just consider it, the 54 Godzilla if you wanted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, we're seeing a lot of new Godzilla merchandise coming out now that the movie's right around the corner. I mean, it's crazy. The summer movie season's pretty much about to start. We got Captain America this week.
I'm excited. That's going to be a midnight release for me and all my buddies.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is going to be coming up pretty soon, the movie, and obviously we're going to be seeing a little bit more Godzilla merchandise than we normally see. So, Big Bad Toy Store's got it for pre-order. What's the price on this guy?
$49.99.
Not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, it's 15-inch plush.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Yeah. It's a good price range. So, that's available for pre-order if you want to check it out. And I think that's all we have to say about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a plush.
It's adorable.
Yeah. All right, so next up in news, we have the SH Figure Arts Kamen Rider RX Robo Rider. And so one of our readers mentioned to us a couple weeks ago that there was some leaked pictures of Robo Rider and Bio Rider. I think it was like an Indonesian site that leaked them. And so there was no official word on whether or not these were actually legit SH Figure Arts. They could have been, fan-made for all we knew. But Bandai coming out with some official pictures and looks pretty awesome. Yeah.
This is also known as Masked Rider Super Gold for all of you US fans.
Yeah. Yeah, so this was Kamen Rider Black RX's alternate form. One of them.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah. I love the black and the yellow. They're like one of my favorite color schemes for the Kamen Riders. I'm a big fan of Kamen Rider the Bee. Again, same color scheme.
I thought you were about to mention Kaixa, and I was about to be like,
Nobody likes Kaiza.
Yep.
Yeah. So, good looking, very 90s. So hopefully this is going to do well enough so we see Bio Rider in the line pretty soon also. But I wouldn't see why they wouldn't release the other one.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like one form was used, more often than the other.
Yeah, this would have to just bomb horribly for Bandai to just not even consider doing Bio Rider.
I don't see it bombing horribly.
No.
I know I'm immediately getting it. I'm pre-ordering this thing as soon as the pre-orders go up.
I think they're up already, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, then I'm being terrible because I haven't pre-ordered it yet.
Forget the show. Let's go pre-order right now.
We don't need to do this show.
Yeah.
We haven't done it for 2 weeks. What's another week?
We have some people that have, asked, where are you guys? So we're doing it for them.
It's also nice to hear. Whenever we miss an episode, people are like, "Oh, episode."
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. Where are you guys at?
Yeah,
Been doing stuff. I was on vacation.
I was sick.
Yeah, and we had those technical issues that I mentioned earlier. So there would have been an episode or two by now, but that didn't happen. So this guy's going to run about $40 and is going to be released in July of 2014.
Yep.
So very cool. And I think that's all we have for news this week.
Yep.
Pretty slow. In the other show, we talked about some of the other stuff that's no longer news, so we're not even going to mention that.
Yeah, there's no point.
It's old news.
Okay, so the first review we're talking about is... I was going to make a joke about talking, like with a Q, but it was just going to fail. So anyway, this is the DX Tokyo from Bandai. This is a review that I did. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you did a good job with the pictures. There's a ton of them.
I was actually talking about the robot, not necessarily my job as the review, but thank you.
A little bit of both. Yeah, very detailed. You did shots of every single train from just about every angle.
I knew if I didn't do that, I was gonna get crucified.
hmm So it's an awesome toy. I mean, me personally, the design has really grown on me after watching the show. How'd you like it?
Oh, it was fantastic. It exceeded all of my expectations. Has yours gotten in the mail yet?
I pre-ordered mine, or actually I ordered mine from HLJ, and I put it in their warehouse thingy they do, the private warehouse. So it's just sitting there till the next couple Tokkuger mecha come out, and then I'm just gonna ship everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I also picked up some of the stuff they had on sale, the Macross Valkyries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, picked up a couple Robot Damashis, and I picked up one of the Arcadia figures or toys. So yeah, I'm just gonna just ship it all, save a little bit of money on that.
Boy, those Arcadia toys sure remind me of Yamato toys.
Actually, I think they might have even been the Yamato toys before they became Arcadia.
They were.
Yeah, I mean the ones that I ordered. Yeah,
More than likely.
yeah. So, um, good toy. No issues, right?
No, there wasn't really anything. It doesn't like to roll on carpet very well, but that makes sense because it's plastic wheels.
hmm It's got a ton of connection points from what I see.
Oh yeah, there are connection points everywhere.
So obviously later you're just gonna be able to slam a whole bunch of more trains on the sides.
Oh, I hope so. I just want to make it as wide as possible.
Yeah. So they've announced that there's some more mechas coming out in the line. Obviously, you have the tank Ressha and the car carrier Ressha that we've seen in the show already, and we'll talk about those later. And also, you have the ones for the was it Go Busters? You have Deno, and also Kyoryuja
Yeah.
is getting their own Ressha. So we're gonna have those. Those are a little bit like extra trains in the series. So looks good. You can do the whole having the dong hanging out pose. So
Absolutely. I
yeah,
mean, that was the whole reason why I got this in the first place. You have to have, the show accurate robot wiener.
yeah,
Which is funny, that episode where we titled that got consistently like 2,000 less views. I think it's because people were just like, I'm not going to watch something titled show accurate train wiener.
yeah. I wonder if people watch this, while they're at work, and they're like, I don't know if I want to click on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, might get fired over this. So, great review. I'm gonna be taking over the Tokuja line, picking up the rest of these. So we'll talk about my reviews once those come around. So, I mean, thanks for picking up this actual review because I just didn't have the time to do this one. Yeah, so you enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna enjoy it when I get it.
Oh, yeah. He's ribbed for your pleasure.
And Kamen Rider Deno's pleasure also.
Obviously.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's it for Tokyo O. All right. Next we have Kamen Rider Garen and his Red Rhombus. This review was done by Dekun, Michael, and it was provided by Bluefin as a sample. So obviously you can get this product at Amazon, Big Bad Toy Store, or Toy Source. Those guys that help us, do what we do on CDX. So, he liked the toy. He said he had a couple issues with the arm coming off. He also said that the shoulder pad, being that diamond shaped, the diamond shaped pad, kind of restricts the shoulder movement a bit. But besides that, he just loved the crap out of him. Um, no major issues. He is a big Garen fan, though, right?
Oh, yeah. He loves Garen.
Yeah, so being a big fan, he probably overlooked those little issues. Not that they're, major deal-breaking issues. One thing I liked about Garen, though, is that with him, his Rouse cards have the stickers already pre-applied to them.
Mm-hmm.
I know Blade, with his, you had to apply each individual sticker onto the card.
I
And
still haven't done that.
yeah, that's
It's
the reason
sitting
I
on
have
my shelf, and it doesn't have stickers on it.
it's just the clear Rouse cards.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't even opened mine. Out of, just having to think about putting those stickers on. Yeah. I did a review for the 4i Maru, which we'll talk about next week because it hasn't been posted yet. But with that one, you get the Gashapon Ranger key, and you have to apply the sticker onto those.
Hmm.
And And I screwed that up. As easy as that was, it didn't come out perfect. So I can't imagine having to put the stickers onto the cards for these. So he said that the red rhombus was better than the last bike, Blade's bike,
The blue
and
Spader.
yeah, the blue Spader. So no issues with it. I think with blue Spader, I think the handles came off or something real easy. With this one, it was pretty much perfect. So he loved himself some red rhombus, and yeah, then he did this thing at the end too. The Tachibana-san.
Ondoro Gaitsuka!
So he had to pretty much do this. I mean, he couldn't have done the review without this picture at the end.
Yeah, I mean, if honestly, he should have had more pictures of Garin behind things, but that was his review. That was his decision.
Yeah. And he will be punished for not putting more pictures like this at the end. So, great review. Do you want to jump on to the next one?
Yeah.
Another review by the dude going by the name of Jmann.
Well, I had some help on this one.
Yeah, featuring William, it looks like.
Yep, this is a review for the Mega Bloks Ultimate Legendary Megazord from Power Rangers Super Megaforce. It was provided by Mega Bloks, and when they sent it to us, they wanted us to, explain, how we liked it and how our children liked it and whatnot. And I was just like, well, I don't have any kids. And I was like, well, I do have a pretty awesome nephew. And so I basically just recorded us building it, and then I just set the camera in front of him and I said, all right, go wild, review it. And he really stepped up to the plate. He's normally a really, shy kid, but, you put a camera in front of him, he becomes a ham. It was just a pleasure to work with him.
So how long did this take to put together?
It took anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour,
Okay.
but I was stupid a couple of times, so, at one point I actually put the stickers on incorrectly, which after you put a sticker on, there's no way you can peel it off anyway. And like you could see, like these stickers here are like basically on the wrong wing, and the stickers on the feet are the wrong way. And normally someone would blame that on the 7-year-old, but that was completely my fault. I was the one who was putting stickers on. So,
I mean, you wouldn't really notice, if you didn't point it out. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to tell. So it's interesting to see though that Mega Bloks is making smaller Megazords. I think the previous line they were a lot bigger, a little bit more expensive.
and I think this is actually a lot better because, instead of paying $40 for a giant, thing that a lot of little kids probably can't put together, this is, 7 or an 8-inch, basically an action figure. It's relatively simple, in terms of, construction sets. But it does a really good job. I was very, very thrilled. And so was William, as you can tell in this picture.
Yeah.
He really loved it.
Yeah. Does it have a lot of articulation like an action figure?
It actually is highly articulated. You've got shoulders, elbows, hips, head, and feet. And they're all big ball joints, so you have tons of room to work with. So it was really fun.
Cool. So I think this is pretty much where Mega Bloks is going, though, with the smaller action figure Megazords. Maybe they don't want to compete with, the deluxe Megazords. Maybe they want to make it more into the action figure market. So, I mean, it's cool. It's a different take on the super ultimate. What's it called?
The Ultimate Legendary.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's going to be it for this review. Good job, J-Man, and good job to your nephew. I watched the video. It was very cool.
Yeah. He has a bright future ahead of him as an internet personality. The kid's going to go places.
Yeah. He's going to be the new reviewer on CDX.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll drag me along.
All right. So now let's jump into showtime. And first up, we're going to check out Super Megaforce. And so we have cameos finally.
Finally.
Yeah.
We say finally. It was only like 5 episodes.
Yeah.
That the show started, but
that was 4 episodes without cameos.
Yeah, I know, man. We need cameos every episode.
Yeah.
So the episode before last was called Samurai Surprise. It features cameos from both Jaden and Mentor G from the Power Rangers Samurai. And basically, they're just there to give the Rangers a power boost because they found a monster that's really hard to beat.
Hmm.
And that's
They,
pretty much the only plot that happened in the show, aside from them getting the unlocking the Power Ranger Samurai powers.
hmm.
But aside from that, nothing really important happened.
And then in the next episode, we had a cameo by the Red Ranger from Jungle Fury.
Yep,
Right?
his name
Yeah,
is Casey.
KC. So they're facing another monster that they can't overcome. He uses martial arts or kung fu, and he disarms them using his arms. Ironically,
Yeah.
uh, so they're having issues fighting that monster, and then Pink and Black find this guy who practices martial arts in the park and is also working at the zoo, and they decide to have him teach them his fighting style, which revolves around not using weapons. And unbeknownst to them, he is the Red Ranger from Jungle Fury. So, you know, he imparts his knowledge on them, teaches them how to like draw the power of their spirit animal, and ultimately they defeat the villain. And then they get that cool CG attack for the Megazord also, where the Gokaio or whatever legendary Megazord is what's called. I keep kind of wanting to call it the Gokaio. Anyways, it
But
opens
it's
up.
not the Gokaio. They're completely different.
Yeah, definitely. So that opens up and it does the CG attack with all the different animals from Jungle Fury coming out at the enemy and destroying him. So, I mean, the episodes were very similar to the Japanese episodes. Um, it's pretty much just like, hey, here's cameos and here's some powers, and go
Finally, we
nuts.
get some cameos and some new powers, and
Yeah.
it's finally shaping up to be the anniversary season that last season was supposed to be.
Hmm. So they were fun episodes. I was expecting them to not use the Megaforce suits as much as they still are.
Yeah, that's really disappointing to me. I was really hoping they would do like a kind of like a season 3 to Power Rangers Zeo kind of thing where oh, these powers were destroyed, so now you get these new powers that are based on like pirates and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just, a powered up mode where
Hmm.
they turn into their Megaforce costumes and then they become Super Megaforce, and it's I don't know, kind of lessens the impact of entirely new suits.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like a means to getting to the legendary, Ranger suits.
Hmm.
But I mean, it's still a pretty good episode. I was watching the Samurai Surprise episode with my nephew, and he really liked it. I mean, I think this is really hitting home with the target audience, which is the younger
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah,
Um,
especially the Power Ranger Samurai episode.
mhm.
I was not there to watch it with my nephew, but I'm pretty sure he was like screaming and jumping up and down because it was Jaden's in the episode.
Yeah, that's the way my nephew was. He's like, "Oh my God, mommy, it's Jaden from, Power Ranger Samurai," because my sister was watching with us also,
Yeah.
or in the room at least. I don't think she was actually watching. Me and my nephew were actually pretty, yeah, into it. So, yeah. I mean, for me, these characters really don't mean much because these are seasons of Power Rangers I didn't watch, but I can appreciate them for what they are, being the American equivalent of the Gokaiger episodes.
All right. Let's move on to Ressha Sentai Tokkyuger.
Tokkyuger. So basically, in these episodes, it's kind of similar to in Super Mega Force. They're kind of at the same point in the series where they're getting new powers for their mechas. In Tokkyuger, they got the car carrier Ressha and the tank Ressha, and that unlocks 2 other modes for the Tokyo.
They are called the Car Carrier Tokyo and the Tank Tokyo.
Yeah, very
Just
imaginative
yeah,
names.
super imaginative.
Yeah, but I mean, they were fun episodes. They One episode revolved around a monster that basically was starving people to get the dark energy from them, and the other episode was the Tokuger actually searching for the tank Ressha, and they fight Mr. Schwartz or General Schwartz, whatever his name is. Uh, the thing I liked about that episode where they're fighting shorts and trying to find the tank Ressha is that they discuss who the leader is in the Sentai because they haven't actually named one. Usually
Yeah.
Red is the leader. The cool thing about it though is they mentioned that like Green is like the shadow leader, and Blue is also a leader in the way, like the support leader.
Hmm.
Turns out Red is the bento leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. It's like a modern take on leadership. I know the for those who don't know, I studied leadership and management, and the whatchamacallit, the traditional way of thinking of a leader is being the person on top, the one, giving all the orders out. But more of the more modern way of thinking of a leader is that anybody can lead from within a company, an organization. You can be at the top, you can be in the middle, you can be at the bottom. It's all about basically getting your team to where they need to be. So, very cool. I don't know if everybody got that from that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But it was
uh,
just fun to see Tokyo Ichigo being like, everyone's the leader.
yeah, everybody can take a turn. They're just different kinds of leaders. Um,
So
also,
they. Oh,
oh, go ahead.
continue.
I was gonna say in the closing, they show the Kyoryuger Ressha, which is going to be in one of the movies coming up, and so that explains how that comes to play into the story a bit and why they're making a toy out of it. Besides the fact that they need to make more money. uh, so a good couple episodes. Not a lot of story development though. These are definitely more filler episodes. Besides the fact that they get new Reshas.
Yeah, but it was still really fun.
Hmm. And I think that's all I have to say about Tokuja. There's more to discuss with Gaim.
Yeah, Gaim is the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last couple of episodes, I'm pretty sure you guys have been getting used to this, but we are getting some serious story development every single episode, and it's crazy.
Yeah. I'm still thinking they're going to take it easy, like one of these episodes, but they start out, with a storyline that you're thinking, all right, they're just going to maybe, do something where they have to defend the uh, the city from some attacks, and nothing's going to happen.
Yeah,
But
you think it's just going to be the start of a filler arc,
yeah,
but no, it advances the plot.
and what I like about the plot, though, it's very well thought out. The
Hmm.
pieces are falling into place. It's not one of those, plot twists where it just doesn't make sense. They just throw them in there for the sake of, making the show more interesting.
Hmm.
I mean, so basically, Gaim finds out that he killed his leader from the team Gaim. So he's dealing with that, but he doesn't take too long. He doesn't dwell on it too long. He basically decides he's gonna put an end to Yggdrasil's plot. Basically, although we thought they were going to be the good guys, it turns out they're pretty much willing to sacrifice the seventh of the Earth's population in order to save the rest of them.
Oh,
Uh,
not they're not willing to sacrifice a seventh. They're only willing to
oh,
save one
yeah,
seventh.
yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, they're basically going to destroy 6/7 of the Earth's population to save the rest, because they figured out a way using the experiments that they've been doing with the beat writers, the lock seeds, and the drivers. They figured out a way where they could save part of humanity by creating more drivers, and then they can draw the energy out of the lock seeds, and so humanity can continue living that way. Kind of coexisting with the Helheim forest in that perspective. But Gaim doesn't want any of that. He basically wants to save every single person he can. So you see the noble side of him. I mean, you see him dealing with the fact that he killed his friend. I mean, that's a single life that was lost, and he sees it as one too many. Um, so he's coming to terms with the fact that also he's probably going to have to break some eggs to make an omelet. It's not going to be clear cut victory for him, but he does want to do the best he can. And
And we also were introduced to the overlords,
mhm.
which are special sentient invests who are basically like the leaders of the invests.
Yeah, they were part of that civilization. Basically, they evolved so that they could, not be taken over by the fruit and become those, just dumb monsters that attack anything.
We also got some really cool stuff with DJ Sagara.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has some weird power to actually take a fruit, and he was the one who actually took the fruit, turned it into a lock seed, and gave it to Gaim so he could get his powered up armor.
Now, was that actually happening or was it a dream, though? because Gaim snaps out of whatever he's seeing
But
after he gets.
he still has the orange lock seed.
Yeah. So, I mean, it could be that he has the power to, create those lock seeds, or maybe, I don't know, somehow he infiltrated Gaim's mind or something. I don't know. He's
Not
got something cool going on.
not to mention, he was actually talking with the other version of Mai, the one with the blonde hair and the weird eyes. He was carrying on a conversation with her, so obviously, he knows what's up. There's something about Sagara that we don't know yet.
Yeah, whether he's connected to Helheim Forest in a way, or he's just somebody that's very well informed in the organization. There's definitely something going on with him, and he seems to be on the good side. So,
You see what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that the overlords might have the ability to turn back into their, humanoid forms. And I'm thinking that he might be an overlord that saw what they did to that saw what Helheim did. Maybe he turned against them. And then maybe he's working to try to stop Helheim, and that's why he has the power over the lock seeds. That's my theory.
yeah, could be very true. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll probably find out in the next episode or
Yeah,
two.
yeah, yeah. Next episode, you think they're gonna save that for the very last episode? Like, no, there's still more story to come.
Yeah.
They're gonna reveal it in the middle of the Gaim slash Tokkuger crossover.
Sadly, they didn't.
Oh,
But,
okay. I haven't seen it yet, which is why we're not talking about it this
yeah,
week.
that actually brings us to our, bridge. We're not talking about the Gaim Tokkuger special this week. We're going to talk about that next week.
Yeah.
This is basically just a catch-up episode to help us catch up. And then next week will be an almost catch-up episode where we talk about the crossover.
Yeah, we can talk about the crossover, and if we have time and get around to it, we can do the current episodes too. So I think that's pretty much it for Showtime.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
move on into the recommendation.
All right.
Okay, guys, welcome to the recommendation section. I'm sure you guys have been waiting, anxiously to see what we were going to recommend over the last couple of weeks. And what I would like to recommend is Ultraman, the entire first series. You can actually pick this up for like $6 on Amazon. And it actually includes both the original Japanese audio and the dubbed over American audio that came to the States.
Oh, very cool. How many episodes?
Boo. A lot. I want to say it's around 48 or
Okay.
so. It's 4 DVDs. Okay, it's 39 episodes
Okay. Cool.
on 4 DVDs. Although the packaging kind of skimps out because it's only one peg and then just shoves 4 DVDs onto one
Oh.
peg. And so it's super lame.
Yeah.
But
But
it's
it's
still,
$6. Yeah.
yeah, it's $6 for an entire series. And not just any series, the entire original Ultraman. Ultraman. Ultraman!
Oh.
I just created a new superhero.
Yeah. You know that's the name of a makeup store, right? Ulta.
Really?
Yeah, I would know because of my girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So, so what'd you like about the show?
I love absolutely every single thing about this show. It is one of my all-time favorite tokusatsu shows, and I'm surprised, I went ahead and jumped the shark and started talking about it now. Because this show, while it didn't start at all, technically Ultra Q started, the entire Ultra series, but this Ultraman was where the Ultra series really formed itself. You have Ultraman. He is a cosmic being, basically an alien who comes to Earth. And this guy named Hayata is flying his jet pilot for the Science Patrol. And he ends up crashing, and it's this horrible thing, and Hayata would have died. But Ultraman basically caught him and basically fuses with him. So whenever he needs to, he can pop this thing called the Beta Capsule, and then Ultraman will basically erupt forth. And it's really cool. I love it.
And he has a time limit on his transformation, right?
Yeah, there is a... they don't really go into a lot of detail now. Later on, they say that, because of Earth's atmosphere, such and such Ultraman can only, last for like a half an hour before he has to return back into, Hayata's form to shield him. But in this series, it's just whenever he runs out of power, he turns back into Hayata.
Okay. Very cool. And this is from the 70s, right?
1966.
Oh.
Yeah, 1966.
Ooh. So this is what, like right before or around the time that they started doing Super Sentai?
No, this was about 9 years
Right.
before Super Sentai.
Okay.
This was actually 5 years before Kamen Rider.
Wow.
Kamen Rider was 1971.
Okay. I guess I can't do math this late at night.
Nah, math.
Yeah.
Who needs it?
So, but I mean, it looks pretty good from the screenshots that you're showing.
Yeah, it's basically the DVDs are basically the masters that you got from '66. Like, this is the best quality you are going to ever get for the original Ultraman series. So it is definitely worth a buy. Like, if you have any interest in Tokusatsu, you need to own Ultraman.
Yeah, I definitely have to pick it up. I was holding off because I thought it was just the dub version, and I'm more of a subtitled person.
Yeah, but
I
you
prefer
get you get both here. So
I'm gonna have to throw that on next time I do an Amazon order to get that free shipping.
yeah, I mean, a lot of people, even if they remember watching it growing up, they have the dubbed version on there, so you can go in there and get nostalgic. And then if you feel like, seeing what they're actually saying, you can turn on the subtitles.
Very cool. And I think I'm frozen.
You have frozen.
Alrighty.
Okay, and Luis is back from being frozen.
I thought out a bit.
Yeah, magic.
So, anything else you want to say about Ultraman?
You need to watch it. Everyone needs to watch it. Everyone on the face of this earth needs to watch Ultraman. And if you want to hear me rant more about Ultraman, you can go to AWA in September. I'm running a panel on Ultraman. It's going to be great.
Just this, or is it like the whole Ultraman universe?
It's going to be over the whole Ultraman universe. I'm going to give, a brief overview, some history, some sweet facts, and let people, get their feet wet and, understand, the legacy that Ultraman has, because he is one of the first Tokusatsu heroes. I mean, he was there pretty much from the beginning, unless you want to talk about Supergiant. There we go. That's what I was thinking of. I don't know. I was on a tangent. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I have so much Toku knowledge running through my mind. It's
That's what editing
stupid.
is for.
Yeah, I'm just editing that entire thing out. None of this will go in there.
Okay. All right.
Okay, guys. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the show. Thank you for watching. I am Josh Reed, also known as Jmann on the site. You can find me on the Twitters at JManDX with 2 N's. How about you, Luis?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at SentaiSeiya. Also on CollectionDX. Talking about Saint Seiya, Super Sentai, robots, and all that good stuff. That's pretty much where you can find me.
And if you guys want to be cool like White Raito, you can leave us some feedback and tell us what you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Or what you want us to talk about.
Yeah, you can leave it on the YouTube channel, or you can send us an email. We have one of those.
We do. It is PowerToku at CollectionDX.com.
Yeah. So, don't be shy. Let us know what you like about the show, what you don't like, what you want to see, what we're doing good.
Fan fictions.
Or like in Bob's Burgers, friend fictions.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we won't do any of those. Zombie friend fiction. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for the show.
Yeah, I think we're done now.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
We've just killed the show.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us.
We'll see you guys next week.